Welcome back, my students, to a brand new episode of Comic Class. In today's lesson, guys, we're going to be looking at Todd McFarlane's Spawn issue 14, and this is part of a two-part story arc called Myths. And yeah, it basically talks about some legends that have happened in the past, and this particular story talks about a scenario that happened between the Violator, the clown, and a medieval Spawn or something like that. At least one of them in the past. And yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting story. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's story. Let's go. So this story starts off with the Violator basically talking to three of these kids in the alleyways. And these kids are not really interested in what the Violator has to say, but he actually buys them off so that they can listen to his story. And yeah, the story pretty much talks about a medieval Spawn that was, defending, I guess, the land for his princess. And the Violator basically is telling the story from his point of view and kind of like muddying up the details and the facts, so he makes himself the good guy in the story, which is a really interesting thing that I haven't really seen done in comics before. So I really did enjoy this whole story arc. And yeah, so basically the kids asked him if he's supposed to be like one of God's guardian angels, because the Violator basically is telling them that he's the good guy in the story, and that the Spawn is a spawn of the devil basically. And the kids basically ask, are you one of the guardians that that God sends basically for the people? And the Violator basically tells them to get with the program, and that he's working for the guy downstairs, basically the devil. So I thought that was a really funny scene, because it shows, how mad the Violator got that they thought he was like some type of angel, guardian angel for somebody or something, or a set of people. We also get to see that Sam and Twitch, they basically get freed from the charges that they had gotten, which they were under investigation in a previous issue. So they finally got cleared, and they go off to try to figure out what's exactly going on with Spawn and who exactly is he. And Sam and Twitch go to the alleyways, and they almost catch Spawn whenever one of the alleyway people basically get in front of them and give Spawn the time he needs to escape and get away from Sam and Twitch. So that went, with those characters, that's what's going on. Now we get to see the Violator basically continue his story with the kids, and basically explains that he was, attacking the Spawn's lover, basically. And, the medieval Spawn challenges the Violator to a duel to the death, and they basically get into a fight. And the fight's pretty interesting. It's not very long, but eventually they go into the woods, and the medieval Spawn tells them to strike Now Demon, and the Violator basically breathes fire and annihilates, just burns the Spawn to a crisp as his lover watches, as she says, "My prince." She sees him burn to ash, basically. And this still isn't, getting the attention of the kids that much, and they're about to leave whenever the Violator basically pays them more money. And they ask him, what happened next? What did he find when he went to look at where the medieval Spawn was? And the issue ends with the Violator basically saying nothing. Diddly squat, basically, as he says. He says diddly. And we see, just a ton of ashes and little pieces of the medieval Spawn's armor, with the Violator basically looking victorious. And that's the end of the issue. Now, I was going to cover both issues of the Myth storyline, but I decided to be covering Spawn in its volumes, its origin volumes collection, because going this pace that we're going with just one issue every week, it's going to take forever to get through Spawn. So I decided I'm going to be covering the origin collections, which basically collects about 6 issues each, I believe. So we're going to be covering a lot more per week, and of course sometimes we might not have a video out depending on what's going on. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next video will be of the Spawn origin collections. It will be, I believe, volume 3. And yeah, we're going to be covering a lot more in a more quick fashion. And I hope you guys enjoy it while that stuff's coming out. And if you're a fan of Spawn, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of this retrospective as we go through the entire original. I think it's 123 issues, the original run by Todd McFarlane. So we're going to cover all of it. All the Spawn Origin Collection we're going to cover on this channel. So be sure to subscribe for that. And subscribe if you're just a fan of comics. I do a ton of other run reviews / retrospectives on the channel. I already have a lot completed for you to go check out. So go check those out after you're done with this video. And yeah, until next video, guys, God bless you. Until the next lesson, keep on reading those comics.